Welcome to Insane Studios with your new host, Mars. The
For
old
today.
host went away for like a day, so I had to take over. Be glad. Anyway, how are you?
Yeah, I welcome our new overlord.
What?
That's true.
So
Anyway,
much power.
yes. Anyway, volume 4 now, with
Yeah,
chapter 32. I think it started. I don't know. Don't keep
31,
track of that shit.
34.
yeah. So this volume is the end of the toy industries arc and the
Yeah, when
beginning of
everything gets forwarded.
the unofficial megastructure arc.
Yeah, Kitty tries to get an re-establishment with their agreement to the head admin, but it fails and they get forwarded anyway.
Yeah, because the
And
admin is just fucking mad. He-
yeah, it just things are like, what the fuck are you going on? Why are you still in here? Just fuck off already. And then we get sweet lesbian fight with Shibo and Sanakan, obviously, because they met.
yeah,
It's Shibo in
But
their alternate body.
during the fight,
yeah,
there's one scene where Shibo puts on her helmet, and for a short moment, it looks like she's one of those guards from like Log 3. If you've seen it, it kind of reminded me of it.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah, the
she can
bug,
also fly too. She has
bug
these kind
people.
of
Yeah.
wings, but not very animal-like. Just reminded me.
Yeah, well, yeah, this is for an alternate reality, so small chance, but hey, it just looks like it. So, well, they
the
went
what?
to hmm?
From
What
Log
does
3,
she?
Log 3
these
all the way in the
monsters which
beginning.
attack the other fishermen, electrofishers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah, maybe a bit, but
I mean, I
just a
think I
bit. It's
have.
probably just a design
Yeah,
coincidence.
Yeah,
just
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 near
look very
repeating
very
stuff,
similar.
like usual. Well, they're trying to
So
fight, trying to get some kind of cable out of Sonican's arm just to disarm our
yeah,
GE, I guess. Don't
yeah,
know
it's
why that one cable would do it, but
the big cable is attached to our main body, so that's probably what holds the energy coming from our core to the GPE itself, because Sanakan is
yeah, or
not.
she just grabs a cable and just hopes it works. Maybe, who knows?
Yeah, maybe too. But I don't know. She tries 2 times, so I think Shibo is just too intelligent, you know. And
Yeah.
technically, it was her body before, so she probably knows it. And judging by how Sanakan is not able to defend herself very well, I'd say she is pretty underpowered and not back online with the safeguard system yet. So
Hmm.
that's probably a wise choice to try to completely
Yeah.
wreck her. And
Well,
passing by just after a bit of their fight, we can see Mive just fucking flying around in the augmented silicon life form body she got.
hmm well, Sanagan gets arrowed by the fisherman like 2 or 3 times. She falls to the ground, gets tackled. Cable gets dislodged, so she has no power anymore. I guess. Don't really know.
I don't
Most
think so. I
likely.
think it's her gun's just unplugged, but it looks like it goes back in shortly after, doesn't it?
Yeah. I see. So it
Just
was
plug it
pointless
out.
anyway.
Yeah, it reconnects. They keep falling. Then this like boss looking chick comes in. I forgot what her name is.
Yeah. Mifi in her
Mive.
alternate.
Maeve? Is it
Yeah, yeah.
Meavy or Maeve?
Maeve.
Mifi.
I just
Maeve.
pronounce it as
I like
Mive
Maeve.
or Maeve. Yeah.
And it's Nia, so we can't be sure of that shit.
Yeah.
So
Maeve with the goofy eyes. Dude.
yeah, Derby cutie.
Yeah, cross-eyed twat.
You'd think they'd have glasses to fix that, being in the future. But
I
Probably
mean,
not.
yeah, but it is so far in the future that they're just not able or just don't have the time of the resources to do it because
I mean,
everybody is.
do they really
maybe
need
she
eyes, to
sees
be
with her
honest?
ears.
Whoa.
She gets some reptile skin, and then she does this big flash thing, drops them both out of the sky.
Mm.
Yeah, flashbang.
Is that what that is?
Probably.
She's got tacticals straight out of Call of Duty.
And they both
Yeah,
are kind of
they've also hit
mechanical,
scans.
almost completely, so would make sense.
Wait, what? Where? Which page?
Because
Which
maybe
page?
it's
Oh,
19.
yeah,
It's 19.
Oh yeah, I completely missed that one. I thought that was just Senacan and Sibo fighting, but yeah,
Mhm.
she just closes off her armor and she launches
It's a fucking
it's some
flashbang.
some sort of EMP or flashbang,
Yeah,
from
I
her
think in the
dorsal
later fight,
spine.
I think in the fight later again with when she's fighting against Killy, you can see on the back like some kind of coils or charging. I think it's the same thing
Yeah,
that hit them there.
it's probably some sort of EMP or modified such thing.
But why would
Mhm.
she be left out from the EMP if she's in the middle even?
You can see her
Because
armor.
she closes her armor just before
What's
launching
the English name for it? It's kind of let me quickly look it up. When you are
What armor anyway?
preventing
page
from
was it?
being
Basically, Maeve, from page 18
Oh, that. Yeah, she's
to
arming up
19,
just to
she
get.
basically armors
some-
up
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then does
yeah, yeah, yeah.
flashbang,
Okay.
so it doesn't affect her self defense mechanism
Yeah.
against herself. Kind of funny.
Yeah,
yeah,
kinda.
just
Yeah,
after
well,
that, she just still flies for the central eye, and Senacan just makes an all-out attack against to try to snipe the the main control deck or something directly, but
mhm.
we can see that she's not in the best shape right now, because Kitty is able to just detect her energy spike and headshot her through the
Yeah,
fucking needle.
just straight up slicing her in two.
Yeah, Killy
She's
literally
one
wall
shot.
hacked this bitch.
The thing is, did he actually miss or did he hit? I mean, was he
No,
trying
he
to
hit her
deflect the
pretty
shot?
hard. she's
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not
true,
done
but
obviously, but
wasn't he trying to annulate the incoming shot? Wouldn't have been more
yeah,
effective.
just distort the shot and just to hit something else. But in the end, the admin.
We can see that it has a minor effect on her shot, but it doesn't deflect like he can do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think it was his intent to just fucking kill her, because he
he had enough of the bitch.
But
Yeah,
would it be
yeah.
worth it to get self-inflicted on with the damage from the other one? I mean, it's pretty dangerous, right?
He probably
Yeah.
just found out that her shot was misaligned, so he could exploit this weakness,
Mhm.
because
Or Killy's
when
one hit first.
yeah, because when
Yeah,
her
so
shot gets
it's
through, it just miss completely.
I mean, it did
She
hit the central eye
barely
pretty well,
even
though.
touches the wood.
Yeah.
What?
It did hit the central eye pretty well, though. Wasn't maybe that's also her kind of objective because she know they were trying to forward. I mean, she is acting in accord with the
I mean, it hit the room, but it didn't
administration, right?
kill the eye directly.
Yeah,
If
but
Senacan
that's
was
what
in
you
full
said, right?
power,
It
she could have.
deflected a bit with the shot from Killy,
Yeah.
so it
Yeah,
might
just
have hit otherwise.
changing it by a Martian, but not much. But he had to do something, or it would have been worse. Well, maybe, but who knows anyway.
And it was two
Well,
beams coming at each other that changed gravity, so most likely they both like changed the direction. So Killy purposefully
Yeah,
like aimed
maybe a bit.
somewhere different
yeah.
because it
So
probably
he could
swayed
shoot
both
her.
of the bullets. Yeah.
Shoot her. Yeah. Well, the admin is down, and Sue got his personality back, I guess, because that was stored in there, or just what do you
It's
call it?
probably his recovery time getting better. Or I don't know. Maybe the shock.
Yeah,
Maybe
I mean, it was
something.
well in other chapters they said that it was the admin's doing that his personality was retracted and he couldn't be himself anymore. And when the admin was
Oh.
gone, his abilities came back, his full consciousness came back.
Oh, I missed this bit. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. So that means the admin itself is down.
Yeah, the admin is
Yeah,
just a part of that whole system, and he just annihilated the core in the sense of that whole structure. But still, all his minions are still working for some reason. But I guess they have their own power source in that regard. But
yeah, it's an older system with all the stuff going in it. So it's probably not a central non-personality AI controlling everything. It's probably each robot and android has his own personality.
yeah.
This is why they are bugged as hell, because they try to emulate human emotions and they just get logic contradictions.
So later on, they're gonna battle Sue and what's his name? I don't even remember.
I forgot.
Wasn't
Every
that
single
Iki
time.
or something? Who was it?
I don't know.
I mean, the sword, the dude with the sword, the Silicon Life with the unfoldable swords for some reason.
And the fucking dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not even
thing is-
dreadlocks. It's just long fucking hair, and that's
Yeah.
The thing is,
Whatever.
He
his
just
sword
fucking
sometimes,
slices.
his sword sometimes doesn't even look like a sword. Looks like a construction steel barrier or something.
Yeah, it's just
Like an
grabbed something
I-beam?
from the construction site. It's just whacked people with it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly. It's
more
just with power instead of trying to slice through something.
Yeah,
I think it's more like a machete, but
Yeah, it's
Machete.
machete. I mean, if you, like you guys are talking about Ivy, right?
Yeah,
I will.
Yeah,
Ah,
that's his
fuck.
name.
Completely forgot. Poor bastard.
Poor
Yeah,
There's
fuck.
this fucking
names.
cool double page spread of him doing an how do we say this? An honor combat with CU. He doesn't even use his unfolding blade in this fight. So this proves that even though silicons are bound by survival, just to fight by survival, they still have honor and don't really want this fight. It's one of the many small
Actually,
details.
I think very
Oh.
different. I mean, if you look, they say Toha is gonna go down anyway, but they choose, so we still have time to end this instead of trying to evacuate,
Yeah, but
They
what
want
I
to
mean
fight.
is that we see he could have used his unfolding blade for tactical advantage, even with his fight against Siu. Siu there, but he probably just want to just fight before he dies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, have an
And the
honorable
devil,
battle.
yeah.
yeah.
And the devil of Daybreak says, I know this is later in the next book, but didn't Demo say when he got his hands on the capsule that those were the genes from a very old person? So does that mean that Sue could be more than 100 years old? Oh, he's probably way older than that. Anyway.
Yeah, Siu is probably
They all are
probably as
thousands of
old.
years old. Most
Yeah,
of
but
them.
I
like,
mean,
all
in terms of scale, Toa Industries predates the Netsphere and the
Obviously.
megastructure, so it is probably as old or older than the original Kitty. I mean, what Kitty's body is based on. Yeah, so,
Yeah, they're probably as old as the layer, right? I mean, they probably got built
He
into
was
the layer.
human, Daybreak.
I mean,
That's true.
didn't you last time say something about the notes? I wasn't listening too much, but did they arrived when the city was still building, or how was it exactly again?
They went away in search for inhabitable worlds back when the city was still not a unified place. So that's why when they returned, they were special in a special legal system because they came back to a world unified and almost completely different from what they knew.
So
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
probably
the
was
point.
like
CU is human.
Was
Yeah, so-
human, but still is human in a way, but still way older, but it doesn't really matter for the end. Samivi comes in just to try to fuck him over. Doesn't really want to work, I guess. Oh no. Mivi is trying to get Kili down, but that's just working so much. Well, he's falling down
Yeah.
way better. Then what's the guy's name again? Mensab, yeah. Mensab tries to connect to the
The big head.
yeah, the big admin just to
5 head.
to stop
Does a genjutsu. Fucking gets in her head.
yeah, just to stop the forewarning to new worlds outside the megastructure, but they don't even know it's even in the megastructure or out, so it's pointless. It's like the original code has been remembered or some shit like that, which is just an error in itself. So
It's like a kid throwing a tantrum.
yeah, I want to go
want you to
explore.
go
Mom.
out.
Let me out, fucking.
But Mom, I want to jump off the bridge. It's so cool.
Yes, I want to commit to well, and now the big show is starting. It's trying to forward everything, all of the megastructure, all of the fucking megastructure. I mean,
Yeah,
Toa.
and there's a big panel where you can see that the central structure of Toa Industries itself within the
It's
the
spinning
tower.
around its own axis, really.
Yeah, but it's very. It kind of looks like the sea ship's interior. So yeah, it's probably yet another reference he threw in, or another inspiration or link to the.
I mean, every
The
page is
other-
like a
yeah,
link to
yeah.
something, really. So we can go around to every fucking thing there is, but fuck, we're like 2 hours further than that. Well, Mensep is trying to explain that, well, the shit is not gonna work. It's all working at maximum power, the battle, then he's trying to connect. Well, Kitty gets impaled by 3 big blades or something.
Yeah,
don't
it's
even know.
interesting. It's a launcher she has in her arm, and we can see that it's very thin blades, and I think it's
Yeah. Being shut out,
Swelling up.
impaling him.
Imagine being shot by miniature monoliths, bro.
Yeah, but
Wow,
he's
bro.
frozen in place, so I think yet again it's hacking powers, and Kitty is just frozen in place by the sword blades.
I mean, you can't move much when you're pinned down to the ground, right?
But no, I mean, he's literally, you can see between 2 different panels, he got the same exact pose. He is aiming towards her in a previous panel, and then she shoots him, but then she's gone. But he's still aiming towards where she was.
Mhm.
So yeah, and we can see a bit later we can see that as soon as she's
Trying to
destroyed
connect,
eventually.
but she gets also impaled by Mifi, whatever. While they're still battling on, then a bit of his arm gets fucked, his chest gets fucked, and his sword gets fucked. And then he launches the whole fucking thing into his face, which is also
it's so
With the
fucking
killing
funny
move from
because
block 2, I mean.
with
Block 1.
the first silicon he met, what we saw with the kid. Yeah, that was also pretty. Yeah, that was a great battle, the first one.
No, I mean Mimi with a blade cutting through the head.
Yeah,
And
with a machete back then. Yeah,
Yeah.
literally a
And
machete back then.
then once you froze the rest of his sword,
but
when
it's
the
an
anything
actual sword
hits the eye,
technique.
it's so funny.
Yeah, look at how he holds the sword. It's an actual medieval sword technique. I just noticed it some minutes ago when I was reading it. It's a sword throwing technique which has a lot of force in the tip of it. It's an actual technique. I'm not kidding
Wow.
you.
Even
Yeah, okay,
what
but
that's
why is
about.
the end of the sword hitting him? I mean, it's the grip that's going through the eye, the enemy.
Yeah, but
It's
the
not.
actual technique, it's not supposed to spin. It's supposed to be like a javelin. But yeah, in this case,
But
yeah,
hey,
it's a bit of
yeah,
a.
Each runs it
better,
themselves. Yeah.
obviously.
Is this a
I
secret?
mean, adds style, I guess.
Ninjutsu?
Yeah,
And then his
and we,
head slices into and just gushes out blood of whatever he's running through his body. Then Mansep gets impaled too, but she's in AI, so it's a bit weird for her to die, but it doesn't matter. Then
she
he
isn't
throws
dead
his
yet.
fucking sword, and then the handle just swaps into her head. It's also
yeah, we
pretty
told this, yeah.
The thing is, well, what is Mansep's body exactly? When I first read, I thought the whole time it was a kind of a hologram, but then it
Yeah,
seems to be an
same.
actual
Yeah,
body.
yeah, I guess he can take different forms, and just a bit of matter is just her main body, maybe
It's a
for a
bit
while, and
weird.
then she can just project herself or just
Because,
goes into the system or whatever.
because I was also weirded out the first time when they were fighting with Maeve and Ivy that they were trying to attack Mansep, because I thought, isn't she just a hologram? What are they trying to do?
But that's why only Maeve tries to down her, because her blades actually are. You can see that they're pretty thin, and I'm pretty sure that she's a hacker, and that's why only her tries to attack Mensab directly. So I think she's like Eco, where it's a physical manifestation of an hologram, but she actually only has a let's say a psyche is stored somewhere, but she kind of still needs to express herself in the base reality to affect it. So it still has an effect if she's hurt by a hacker and such in the base reality, because then they can go in the network system where she's linked to. So yeah, it concludes this chapter. It's fucking long and fucking. it's really condensed.
Yeah, shut up. We get it.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Us?
she can teleport too, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's an
But
AI.
it takes
so.
Yeah.
takes
So
a bit
maybe
of
she
time.
was just formed when they teleported, and she could be
Yeah,
hacked in that
well.
form that she's in right now.
Well, they get together. Mensa pursue like the lovey-dovey couple they are. And then
Then they
meltdown.
casually enter a space-time gap, like what couples do. I mean,
So
what even is a space-time gap? The only thing I can imagine is when you think of, like, functions and they are not steady at a point, and you have like a non-steady space-time plane. But
I don't know.
how does
We'll
that
get to
work?
this, but I want to ask Josh, what do you think of this? It was pretty wide. What's your viewpoint on
Yeah,
this
what's reality and what's not?
What are you talking about right now?
The chapter, the last chapter we're reading, you moron.
The last chapter. I got
log
lost in time.
33. Log 33.
Did the
What?
fight into
No.
heavy industries?
The fight until it
You
ended.
did read it, did you?
I read it. I'm trying to follow along with you right now. It's just that
Okay.
I'm looking at the pictures of like the big room disappearing piece by piece. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
It's the next one in which things disappear. we just asked how you felt about the last chapter, because you're the newbie, so we should ask you how confusing the things are.
Well, I mean, this didn't seem too confusing. The whole thing gets teleported. Are you talking about the last chapter, like the last chapter of the
No, the
Yeah,
chapter before this with the
Page
big fight.
86, basically, like everything before that.
So page 86. I'm so confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
Page
Well,
86
well,
is
what
the end of the
fuck, man.
log.
Well,
I don't have the
worry,
actual
you'll get there.
86. Oh, hold on. Find my way.
Great.
Got this.
Like everything that happened before that. What do you think about it?
The fight, the weird teleportation, them hugging it out, and like having no
Yeah.
idea what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, no. To me, this was, I don't know. I didn't actually question it. I was just like, yeah, everything fell apart, teleported, ended up somewhere else, and I was like, that makes sense. Went through a wormhole or something.
Yeah, fucking great.
Yeah, a guy throws his sword, half his
Yeah, he
sword.
throws a sword, hits the thing with the handle, blows its eye out.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean,
wow.
all of that, I don't know. As for the sciencey part of it, I didn't question it.
Well,
Shit
whatever.
happened. They warped. Everything went somewhere else.
Great.
I
Whatever.
moved on.
Every genius could have figured that out, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well.
Stop being so condescending.
Yeah,
Last
you
time,
asked.
first time reading it, don't act like you knew more when you were reading it the first time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
probably because it's been a week and we're just babbling about nothing, but whatever. Well, Mansa tries to save all the residents by projecting them herself and just tries to get into an escape pods. And at the same time, all of the heavy industries is just teleporting to another place, which, well, has catastrophic failures. It just explodes. It just explodes in one go. All of it, yeah, obviously, because it's way too big. But I question though, why does it explode? What's in it that it makes it explode?
I mean,
there's one cool scene where you can see the first cylinder appears, and it's being very squished. You can see how the inner part is being bent, and probably makes all the system go blank. I mean,
Just
squish them together
overdrive,
and
probably.
explode.
Yeah,
I think
something like that.
High
Yeah.
pressure.
I remember a Philip K. Dick story where it's like humanity before controlling the stars, and they try to figure out how to navigate at sublight travel speed, and accidentally they find out that it's the light travel system doesn't work because they are trying to move space in a space where there is already space, and they plan to use it to just nuke fucking solar systems apart using ships, sublight ships, and sending them directly into the suns of their enemies. So I think it's a bit of that here. It's like toy industries is trying to move in a space where there is evidently not enough space available. So it's like multiple. There's too much condensed matter in a same spot. So it just fucking does fission, nuclear fission or nuclear fusion even.
I mean, it's the same thing with our sun. Pressure produces heat. It's the energy that's being emitted. So explosion could be a heat emission thing.
Yeah, just solidly coming into his space and then just expanding when it can't expand, and then just boom.
We don't really know because we don't
You never
have
know
that technology. But it should have something to do with gravity and high pressure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally see in one frame where the inner yards it's being bent. It's being bent upwards, so it's pretty like it's crashing together.
Yeah. Hasn't been used in a shit long time as well. So there hasn't been any maintenance for it as well. No one has actually checked if it still works. There's just like, all right, we're gonna use it now. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
and then just explodes.
It's the
And it
point
was
of
made
the
for
central
space,
eye
not
beam.
literally for just to warp into other structures and just to survive. That's not what it's made for. It's literally some kind of seed ship that it was traveling to new worlds, but that's long gone, obviously.
Look at page 98 and look at the bottom one. There you can see that the middle part is being bent upwards.
Yeah.
Found it.
Yeah, I can see it. When the first parts gets transported. Just too much pressure.
98. What is?
Just the
What
first
is it?
bit that gets transported.
Yeah, it's for when the first cylinder appears.
I mean, yeah, it's meant to be, but it's probably because it's
A bit?
around.
Do you see that angle, man? Do you see that bow?
Do you see
It's
it,
not
man?
a bit.
What?
That's not a bit bent. That's
Do you
highly
see it?
bent.
Are you blind?
I mean, in my edition, page 98 is not.
Yeah, the
there's
French
nothing.
edition is just shit. Got it.
Yeah, it's
Moving
just
on.
probably missing pages.
Oh, fuck you.
I mean, yeah, I can
Wait, do
see
you
some
do you
parts
not
where.
have the master edition, or what do you have?
Yes,
Yeah,
the
I
master
mean,
edition, but it's French. That's the problem.
Yeah, the French master edition is notably bad in some cases. Like,
I mean, you guys are
literally
just talking about the cylinder that teleports onto the frame.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all they
Yeah,
talk about.
there's a kind
Yeah,
of bridge
I
or
can see
whatever.
one that is completely shred apart and loses its rundness, obviously, but not
Yeah.
much else.
Oh well. Moving on. Well, they get
So
to
yeah, the last electrofishers are saved, even though there's like 5 of them.
getting to the
Cool.
pots.
I literally tried
Yeah.
to count them in different frames, so it was about like 7 to 10 survived.
Yeah,
Amazing.
like there's something like 10. Obviously, the rest
that would
got
be so much
annihilated by
incest.
everything else.
I can tell you
Yeah, I was gonna say the. So then
Maybe
next scene we can see that Mensab saved
The
forwarded.
residents. Shibo is sacrificing herself to save them. Gets thrown into the mix.
We can
Then
see,
all of Cave 13 gets transported in this nice two spread while the capsule is being sent away. And then their home is just gone.
She
In
dead.
one fell swoop.
She dead.
She dead.
The page of Shido getting carried away by the smaller fairies is kind of poetic. Like she's in a cross figure. That's kind of for how do you say this? Foreshadowing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then
Because she
suddenly
kind
she
of becomes something, let's say. So,
yeah, she becomes something. Indeed.
The thing is,
Oh yeah.
were the fairies left behind? I mean, they will die, right? I mean,
No.
they could
The
even
fairies
get an
are
explosion.
still alive somehow. I don't know how because they
they
are
will
not
die.
in her domain anymore.
Yeah,
Or
they
maybe
will
the
die
place
pretty
where
quick.
her domain was, probably, or something like it. I don't know.
I mean, why again were they going to die in the chapters before when they were leaving the other cave? I forgot.
Yeah, they were dead, and then they're just back alive when they were back in their
why
own
were they dying? What was the cause again? I mean, they weren't
Yeah,
supposed to leave the
because
cave.
they transported to another cave, which is not Mensep's domain, so they just lose their life support, which is Mensep.
But didn't they just lose the life support
Basically.
again?
They need a network energy system.
Guess maybe it's just one of Nie's.
Yeah. We don't even know what happens to.
Or maybe it's
they
just like
get
the
initial
last
treatment.
moment
They
when
die off camera.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, next
basically,
scene,
but they're just alive just before the whole thing just crashes into itself.
We can see Mensab managed to save the backup data for the inhabitants of Cave 8, which are the original electrofishers. or rather the planters, the ancestors.
Yeah, their bodies. Or no, the
And,
bodies are gone, but their
Yeah,
personality.
they just have the backup of the memories and such, just like Zuru was doing in the Electrofisher village. And so they just fuck off in space time. I don't know. It's probably related to
Space-time
the
gap.
yeah,
Makes
to the
sense.
yeah.
What is the
space-time
space-time
technology.
gap, please?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you have to imagine there's a gap, simply a gap in the space-time plane. It makes no fucking sense.
Uh,
But
I mean,
whatever.
with
It's me,
the
it doesn't ever make sense though.
with the
Yeah,
gravity reactor,
generator checks out.
it makes a bit of sense that they would be able to know such things, and there would be space-time anomalies overall in the megastructure, just not as pronounced as the ones in the malfunctioning gravity reactor.
But are we just gonna write this off as a anomaly? Like, yeah, it's some kind of space-time anomaly and move on, or I mean, what would it be?
I
Would it
don't
be like a
Maybe it's in the
wormhole? Is that
notes.
what
I
you're
don't
gonna
know.
say?
Probably a wormhole. They're probably just moving away and trying to be seed sheep by themselves. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let's just move on.
Oh, fucking hell.
We
It's a
don't
DA
know.
thing.
There's no notes about it, and fuck you. That's Nia. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Kitty meets Mensa for the last time.
Yeah.
Says that they're gonna forward, give Zeus genes, because they may
Genetic
hold
information.
the answer to all to all this shit. And they ship
Yeah.
away. Kitty gets zapped to another planet. Then he arrives at some nice megastructure bits. This whole two-spread panel, and it is just gorgeous, in my
Yes.
damn opinion.
I agree.
Then
Nice.
some kind of big ball comes at him, and Shibo is in it. But why
Yeah,
is
that
Shibo
is
in the thing?
where they
though?
look at us again at each other. I think that's one where he shows a bit of emotion. Maybe I'm just reading a bit much into the imagery, but he looks kind of surprised.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
probably
I
wonders.
mean, you would be if you find that shit suddenly. And
But,
it is probably a reference to Akira. I'm pretty sure because I saw that
Yeah,
somewhere.
it's
in the
it's a big reactor where
Yeah,
Akira
yeah,
is,
that kind of
is at
shit.
the stage. And I didn't notice the markings. The platform where he gets to is one of the platforms in the Akira underground complex.
You mean the lift, the big lift?
Yeah. It has
Mm.
the same kind of security markings, and I don't think we see much of this
Well,
kind of stuff around in the structure.
Yeah. Well, it was at the expo like 2 years ago. There was like a mini panel, like like in Master Edition 3, when Mansap goes down an elevator with Sue when they're injured, right after Kiri and Sanakon, right after Kiri and Shibo come along. It said in there that it was a reference to the giant lift in Akira, but it was really small, so whatever.
Yeah.
Well, later on they meet again through just connected through the whole thing, and it's just like, oh hey, I'm back. How are you doing? Then then it has the genes back, and you have to look into it, which
Yeah.
if it's the right thing or not. Then obviously we get to a lot of walking again, walking. Maybe
Back
we
to
can
walking.
walking.
Never can get enough. It's good for
I
the
mean,
cardio. You don't you think?
Yeah,
Exploring
lots
an,
of cardio,
an
like
undead
thousands of
system-wide structure.
more walking, and then they come to the place where the clones are being born constantly, which we talked about it like some episodes ago. So they're kind of cute, by the way. So.
Mars,
You just say this because they're girls.
Yeah,
I
literally.
mean, yeah.
They look like the Grudge.
Yeah,
Eh?
a bit.
Congrats.
A little bit.
They're kind
Probably
thing
eat
is-
rats.
They're just brats, but hey, they're cute brats, but whatever.
Did you think Killy destroyed the pod, the clone pod, out of pity, or why exactly did he destroy it?
I
Probably
think
out
over
of
pity, I
pity.
guess. I'm pretty
Yeah.
It
sure.
seems like the right.
he-
It seems like the right thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for,
mean,
Yeah.
for him, morally, it's probably the right thing to do. But Shibo is surprised because she has not seen this kind of cloning facility.
This kind of shit, and Kitty has seen all the shit. I mean,
He
including
does this pretty often, though,
she-
doesn't he? Like random acts of, like with morality and stuff.
yeah, like killing all the Silicon Life, or when the dry bodies were held off, and it just kills everything, and there's this menacing look on his face while killing everything.
And he's got
Man.
some feelings. Cares a
Yeah.
little bit.
we can see, yeah, it's when Shibo just comes back unexpectedly, he looks pretty surprised, at least compared to his empty blank expression.
Yeah.
It's
Well, Shibo just before that stabs into something, and she's thinking like, "Yeah, it's just my new body. Why would it be?"
God damn, my shoes.
she got her new body back. Because,
Yeah, just get new body, and it's like, eel. Why is it?
yo, Killy, want to check out this new model, if you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, yeah! I want to check it. I want to try this new model. It's gonna be good shit.
I just pictured, the famous meme about Leon
Urban
from
Gator, basically.
Leon on a motorcycle from Resident Evil and Claire on his back saying, "Hey, wanna fuck later?" And he's just like, "No way, fuck."
Great. Well, then we go to a whole den of clones, all cute girl clones,
Yeah.
baby clones, older clones, all the shit.
How the fuck did they even
Yeah,
survive
yeah.
for this long? That's what I'm always thinking. Like, did they just eat
Yeah,
sludge?
they probably
Yeah,
just
yeah, we-
shit that's
we can
all around
see,
them, I guess. Just all the grass we see, maybe.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess it's grass, I don't know. It's
Eat
some
your
kind
vegetable.
The thing is, are they made something I thought about? They would
Or
probably
maybe the
never
cannibals,
survive so long.
they're just
Do they
eating
maybe
guard,
grow
you know?
really fast? Do they grow really fast, maybe?
Yeah,
No,
but
Who
that's
takes care of them? Like just babies rolling around.
yeah.
You can see
true.
that.
Maybe
the-
just
Like,
What do
they
you
eat
what do you
lot
feed them with?
of,
There's no
they-
mom. It's like
I mean, there's a big mom, so
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tied up to a fucking machine, shitting out babies.
Shitting out babies for all eternity. Hell yeah.
and they grow up. I feel like they don't eat, or maybe they eat each other. I don't know. How do they
Probably
Yeah.
how do
cannibalism.
they make
Yeah.
it from the baby phase to like the adult phase?
I mean, if you look at it, there's so many babies already, but there's not that many babies in the other room. So I guess they just eat the newborns.
yeah.
The thing is,
Yummy.
what do you think? How many is set out to try and go explore? I mean, as you
Probably
know, children or
none.
other people are very curious. Humans are
Probably
very curious.
none of the clones don't care because they're probably like dumb as fuck. So
Yeah.
it's just,
They
if
just-
you want to explore, just go.
There are probably so much
Yeah.
of them everywhere around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they are fucking naked girls in a futuristic city, spending an entire fucking system. So I think that they're just snacks for for bigger creators.
The
well,
thing is, it's pretty interesting if the silicon fountain would probably have an unlimited generator for their new kind. I mean,
I mean,
you
silicon
guys read
probably have,
the 30-page novel for the movie, which probably was scanned somewhere in the subreddit? It's where they explore
Yeah,
the topic a
we've
bit, how
read
they
it, but,
convert the human babies to their own kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Although, do you
They-
think
they-
do you think it's canon in this universe as well? I mean, I'm not sure. Do you think it's the same universe as the movie one?
it's
no, it's just a
Probably,
mishmash
but
of
not
different
really.
chapters in one. basically.
The movie cannot really be in the same universe, but the 2 chapters Nia wrote for it probably can probably fit in the same universe.
Yeah, I think it would be very good expansion.
Yeah, but anyway, Kitty kills it, then doesn't give a shit, and keeps on walking and walking and walking. More
And
walking,
they get to the
The
entrance
lift?
to the entrance to
the
the
Stevie lift.
megastructure.
Stevie lift.
Yeah, they're gonna bang in that thing.
like-
But that the chauffeur is an absolute bro, I gotta say.
Yeah, I
He's
love
just
to read his
staring.
voice
He's
as
just hard on, just staring all day long for like 2-3 months or something. They're in there.
What was like bit with Star Wars when Obi-Wan comes down the third one. Hello there.
Oh, hello.
Good day.
Except
Yes,
if
Prof.
Obi-Wan had
Let me join.
a terrible start problem. Like, he's always like, hello.
The lift boy sounds like some English, I guess. I mean, he talks kind of like someone from England.
What if
from
he's Scottish?
England.
That'd be dope.
Like a bit posh for some reason, but whatever.
Maybe.
Who knows?
The font
Then-
implies a bit though that's very robotic, right? I mean the font used. Like it's very robotic.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah,
what that
yeah.
is?
He talks in this robotic kind of language. I mean, it's the first time he's used because he's been made from all kinds of stuff just haphazardly by the builders, just for no reason, just to make
Yeah.
it because it's in the program, I guess.
Joshua,
So
That's
the
also
builders
why,
can actually create like AI or robots itself.
but
And couldn't
because,
builders create other builders too?
Yeah, yeah. In a
probably.
sense.
Was this? I believe I also saw it some days ago in the subreddit. The page when Killian meets in the first volume with the guy that's asking for the old lady to help him. You know, like he's the savior, the messiah. And there's this one page
Yeah.
when he's trying to stop the builders. If you zoom in, you can see there are little builders coming from the big one. So like they are splitting, like cells or something.
That's interesting.
I mean, builders might just start out small because I mean, they always say that builders like expand themselves too, like they build on themselves as well. So like maybe like builders can create other builders, and then those smaller builders just slowly start to build themselves up to be bigger.
That's their kind of character development.
Yeah, it's their character development arc.
Inseinen is saying hi in chat.
I see here.
Yeah. He's here. We're hijacking his own podcast.
Mars the boss now.
Yeah, it's ours now.
Yeah. So with the elevator, the elevator man. I don't
Obviously.
remember I don't remember the term for someone in an hostel.
It's mine now. I'm the big boss.
What's the term for someone in an hostel just standing to an elevator and people looking?
Elevator conductor.
I don't know. No, I was thinking something like groom or something similar. I don't know.
I mean,
but
isn't he pretty
yeah.
useless though? I mean, all he
Lift
does is
boy.
like say hello and now let the program do his thing and run the elevator. That's all he
but
does, right?
no, I mean he gives pretty interesting.
Going up and down.
Pretty interesting numbers, like how the
He can scan the area of his own domain.
and
basically.
he also says a lot about how to justify that this structure is not as protected as the others, and there's a lot of numbers it throws around that are probably right for the world megastructure and it helps understand it a bit better.
I mean, the thing what you said, it's a bit jungly. I think that's also implied by he says the deepest point is 27 kilometers. That maybe it says something like it's like the deepest radius, 27 kilometers, and that means the shape is not really structured or a normal shape, you could say. So it has every kind of different radius or whatever.
In my version, it's not a radius; it's a width. So it's like
I mean, it's the deepest 27 kilometers. Doesn't that more mean like the middle point where it's coming from is 27 kilometers, or is that the width?
I think it's a width or height of the structure at its maximum point here in the level he has at his jurisdiction.
Okay.
Well, he says that it will be 800 hours to when they arrive. This is about 3 months or something. Then Kiwi just
there is an interesting note about his estimation of the time it will take. It says that it's a bit like how predictions for downloading or moving files around is probably most times wrong, but so it was probably less than this.
Yeah.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kitty just goes to sleep, I guess, for like 3 months, and like she was like, well, there's one thing you can do now with his body.
He's playing solitaire, when computer says pre-installed solitaire. That's what he got back when he was
She's doing that for 3 months straight.
Why did you wake me up? I was solving chess.
Was you solving chess, and Sibo was doing other stuff in the meantime.
Yeah, Sibo's actually trying to do something, and then fucking Killy's playing chess in his mind. For 3 months.
Kind of fucked, but hey.
No, not 3 months. It's 1 month. 800 hours is 1 month.
Oh,
yeah, but
really?
There is another number that is
yeah. Do you mean
later on?
That's
like 256 years was it? I just
It is. I did that on my little calculator.
What?
I did it yesterday. It was 256.17 years.
Yeah, okay. You beat me to it.
But it was we checked on the server a while ago, and it was probably it just probably divided 256 just on bytes until it was in seconds, and we got a pretty close result. And you just cut the decimals, and it gets the number we used.
Well, they get out of the lift, and that's the end of log 37.
Yeah,
and then but it's for the viewers.
We get introduced to the best characters in the series, and I don't
know
introduction
Demo
to the
pencil.
I thought you were going to say Skiff.
Yeah,
like the 3 seconds he was in there, and just get blown off in one go.
I know Skiff is the one who injured he just fucking blasted Domochevsky, but Kitty just fucking hits him with
he was super surprised. Like I felt kind of bad for him. He was like, "Oh yeah, I'm beating these guys," and then he's getting it back at.
Well, then we get a bit of his demos history that he's just battling Silicon, I guess, and then Shiv. Shiv. Now I was talking about Blum. Blum gets off in one go, and not Shiv. But Shiv was a nice battle, though. Later on, it's just the next thing. And then Shiv just annihilates safeguards left and right, jumps over Demo while he's shooting, just behind him, and then just gets some kind of spear in his eye, and that's why he has that mark where his eye used to be. Why is there a black mark on his eye? That's Also, it's just a design choice and nothing else for that matter.
Dodo, hey Dodo. Cross eyes.
Right, the cross
Yeah,
eyes.
Yeah, you can also
He's a
see the
cross eye
fucking
now.
safeguards drag him away.
Yeah, because at
Yeah,
that point
saving
they
his
still had
ass.
the control of the conversion tower. So the
Yeah.
autonomous
Yeah, the unofficial
exterminators.
structures that.
Yeah.
So they're just serving him for now. Well,
And
then we're 2,244 and 69 hours later, and that's just like
Nice.
257
How
years
much
later.
actually is that?
Hmm?
It's 256 years. We talked about it.
Yes.
Oh, right.
just
Wow.
a bite of years.
Hmm. But nothing changes in all the time. It's like, oh, we're here. Well, shit. And then
Well, I mean, there's a bit of changes because first we see a lot more silicons going around in the level, and Domoshevsky is older, obviously, and they don't have the support of the small exterminators anymore.
Hmm. But yeah, they're kind of ageless, so it doesn't matter. I mean, Pencil still looks hot. I mean, that's nothing changed.
Not
Pencil.
pencil. PCL.
P-Cell, then who cares?
P-Cell.
Fucking pencil, bro.
Yeah, there's an
is.
iPhone.
Domo's pencil cap. Now I get it, Mars. Now I get it. Alright.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
I just
okay.
got that in my head, and now it's just stuck.
Fucking pencil.
Yeah,
By
she's
the
a
way,
pencil now. She's a hot pencil. Fuck off.
Because she's so slim or what?
Actually, I don't think she's slim. She's kind of thick.
Oh, interesting.
What?
P-cell is actually something in electric circuit designs.
Yeah,
Come again?
going.
She looks like a rapper.
There is an
Face
actual.
What are you on about?
There is an actual Wikipedia article about the P-cell. I thought it was maybe some
article for everything.
I thought it was maybe
Oh.
a type of cell to defend the body. You know, there's T cells and such. But no, it's
Why are you not
it's something
sharing
for.
it in here?
I posted on.
It's
It's
the polymer blebs you can see in some integrated circuits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great.
So
I'm not gonna read it right now, though.
Yeah, probably. It's a bit complicated as always with Nia. He just takes away some names from Technobabbles stuff. But it's interesting.
I mean, yeah, maybe can post a link in here, maybe.
I posted on YouTube.
Yeah.
People
Can we
read
post
it.
it in the comments maybe? It would be useful to have the. Yeah, but I can post it myself. But okay, so we get back to Killian Seaborn.
Something you have something on your microphone.
What? Me?
Your
Yeah,
microphone.
I can do that. Let me just grab this shit. Microphone is fucked, man.
Which? Me?
Okay,
Just
it's again.
reload, and then we just add you in or not.
Who are you speaking to?
You.
You Edward.
Add for the
What?
French.
How?
Man.
Why? Why?
Oh no, Mars
Fuck.
microphone is also fucked. Mars, you might also want to rejoin.
Oh, no.
Okay, it
That's
works.
better
It
now.
works.
Fucking idiots.
Josh, what do you say? We haven't heard from you a bit.
Why me?
What?
Say again.
Josh, what's your
Whatever.
comment on the happening so far?
Say
Nani?
that. Sorry.
Yeah. How are you liking the shit?
Oh, how am I liking this? It's good. It's dope. I like the dude getting his head blown off, or not blown off, getting stabbed through it. The rapper chick looks dope. What did you call her? Oh, peace out. Never mind.
Pencil.
Pizza.
Pencil.
Pencil.
She really looks like
A pen.
not what I was gonna say, but move on. Like a
Penis?
K-pop idol almost, or something. Like
Oh,
really,
fuck no. She's not a
really
K-pop
out there.
idol. No. She's better than that shit.
That's
I mean,
original
she's
taste.
just Lil Uzi Vert because she has a diamond on her
Oh
forehead.
yeah, she's got the diamond in her forehead. He actually got that
I
pulled
saw
out.
it.
No.
Oh, no.
She's got the matching tattoos to go with it.
Oh, fuck you.
Hey, you can just have all the girls in the manga as your waifus, you know.
mean,
Now I need to know if
true.
the body pillows are there pencil body pillows. Let's see.
Yes. Hot
Is
body
there a
pillow.
pencil
Fuck.
pencil that I can use?
Yes, and a pencil sharpener.
Oi.
I mean,
Oh my
in the
God,
server, there was a few pics with literally her for like a body pillow. I mean, look like. But
Huh?
whatever. They're talking to the big guy, the big boss. Never can fucking say his name, so whatever on that.
Davina Lin Luvega.
Yeah, that.
Davin
Vanilla and Vega.
Balloon.
Yeah, Davina
Can we just call him Vega?
Lin Vega.
We call him Voldemort.
Luli Vega. Voldemort,
It's a cute
yeah.
little girl inside, but on her outside appearance, she probably makes everyone run away.
Yeah, it's a self-defense mechanism.
Yeah.
But he's just a
Well,
gamer.
Yeah.
well, we get
Dual
into,
monitor setup.
we get well. Back onto topic, we get to Blom with his insects, or he's made out of insects. And then they have to run from insects, but then Shibo gets stabbed and just loses her right side of her body, just can't move it anymore. Blum just charges in and just whacks him to the ground with his huge body, and then just evil after like and blast him in one go, and it just that was Blum. Blum was useless, but whatever. And then we
That
get
guy
this
really thought he was gonna
nice
do
finish.
something.
I mean, he did something to Shibo, but that's about it, really.
Nah, she's
That got
fine.
Killy really angry.
Nah, she's fine.
True.
And then
I mean,
just
Killy's like fed up with this bullshit already, so.
yeah, I'm keeping my girl. I wanted to keep her alive. And then we get this nice span of getting everything destroyed into the mech structure. That's nice. Then we get this span of like what it looks like when a GB is shot. Literally what it does to the environment, just gone in one go. And then introduction to demo. They
Domo?
get to demo, who cares?
Russian
Then
man.
Russian. Obviously.
That's what I always called him. Ruski man.
Ruski. Well, you can
There's this
scan
beautiful
him.
panel of PP Cell when she's like in this corridor.
PP
I don't know what
Cell.
it is. It is like page one. Looks amazing.
Yeah,
When she's kind of corridor, I don't know what's going
which
on.
presents the cast of the silicon in these chapters, and it's kind of neat.
What happened with your Microman?
What?
It sounds like you have some
It's
kind
weak.
of something
It
over
sounds
it.
weak.
I can make it
I'm not
louder,
sure.
but that's about it.
It sounds
I mean,
muffled.
I'm not really close to it, but I shouldn't be,
That's
know,
better.
muffled.
Okay, it's better.
Yeah, that's probably because I'm right speaking in it.
No, you're just French. That's the fucking problem every time. But
Dude, what the fuck?
Do you
You're so
want me to
racist.
talk louder?
no, just
The
talk
microphone's
normally.
giving up.
Are you uncertain yet?
Fuck off.
Putain.
Well, they're shooting at each other, trying to scan each other. Shit doesn't go Good. Demo shoots. Kitty tries to shoot. Getting blocked.
Yeah, we can see a lot of interesting information in this altercation because Iko says a lot about Kitty, like how Sanakan revoked his register and he's actually damaged so to mentally. So, I don't know what to do with this information, but it can be related to him not obeying safeguard orders.
Mm-hmm. Well, then we get to Basil again.
Pencil.
Yeah, fucking pencil. Yeah, good. Then we get into this beautiful shot that they get to some kind of hallway, like something.
That's what I'm talking about, the corridor.
Yes, great shit.
Yeah, the silicon architecture is pretty neat, I think. It's more like of cathedrals and such.
Yeah,
In general, they have knights and medieval stuff instead of highly technical people doing stuff, you know?
Also, in this corridor, you think I mean, not sure, probably there are glasses in between the bars, right?
Yeah, maybe.
is it
We
just
can assume so.
Like glass?
to preserve good air?
Something like some kind of church, it looks like. Well, in some case, but it's not obviously. But hey.
Might be. Who knows?
Then we get to Shiv that he is trying to repair, like it's some kind of station, I guess. Kitty awakes, sees or lift boy again, says he has to go back where he started, transforms into a safeguard just to fuck him up. That fails. He throws him out of the elevator, gets squashed by it literally, and then barely survives himself, and he has to walk again. Like every damn time he has to. Then
Doing
back
what he's
to
best at.
Yeah. Then Shibo gets her insect body removed from her back. Kind of hot, but hey. Then she has a new body again. Like she dies for like the 10th time at this point, or like 6th. I don't even remember.
I mean, not really. She is it just
Yes,
attached? What? No, she doesn't die.
That depends on your definition of death.
No one
Do you
knows.
think a clone is
She lost consciousness. That's it. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Then we get to the Goliath, the giant fish, the million-year-old fish, and there's a note on that part. Let me look it up.
Yeah, it's probably a reference to the movie Angelag by one of the first in the work by Mamoru Oshii.
Yeah. Note 4. Yeah. Why the Goliath? When Keely was revived after the level 9 destroys him, he had a dream before the start of the reconstruction about Log 2 memory clearly. This scene seems to be related to the creation of Demoshevsky and Aiko. The woman corresponds to Aiko and the dog corresponds to the Goliath. Keely is, in his own mind, a human. There seem to be memories of him growing up, like Demoshevsky and Aiko. He is not suddenly created in his current form. Well, he wasn't like that at first. But Kiri Kern's body, it is not the first self that was created, make no mistake. If that wasn't the case, there'd be no explanation for his body and specs and fighting power. So, it's the first combat model of the memory of being reborn after that. The image before the repair starts. When Kitty was reborn for some reason, just like Aiko, that woman was sported Kitty. So like in chapter no, in like the first volume, basically when they meet the dog and the girl that take away the boy. the dog and a partner. Then are they also part of the system? The idea is Kitty is associated with the safety devices, also agrees with the hypothesis that he can be reborn for other purposes. It is quite strange that Ike was partnered with the fish that came to land, but that may be explained by the time anomalies of the unofficial stadium. In the crazy world where gravity anomalies let cause time anomalies, it's no wonder that that happened. Well, the Goliath is the species that still survives in the present day, so it would be no surprise if the Baylor brought it from somewhere. Speaking of bringing things, the fact that Demoskeski carried something like a pen cap is similar to how Kitty carried a book at first. That too naturally
Ah,
was brought by the builders from somewhere
we,
else.
we lost Josh again.
Yes, a fallen brother.
But
Where the fuck did he go?
why? That fucking idiot. I was reading all that and then just
He gone.
I don't
Yeah.
know,
He
he might
dipped.
have a connection problem.
he dipped.
Maybe.
Nah, it's his problem. I'll see him again.
All right,
Well,
you guys
anyway,
continue. I'll
the
be right
bill-
back.
Oh,
He's
Yeah, I'm
back.
gonna just go grab a drink.
Sure.
Yeah.
sure. Welcome back, Josh. Well, explaining
Thanks.
this stuff. Uh, well, the Goliath is in any case a purpose, like immortality, and just bringing up old memories like Kitty has the book or Demo has the pen
problem
cap
is,
pencil.
could you derive all this from just reading Blum without the notes? I mean, the experience is
I mean,
supposed to be.
yeah, if you're long enough in the server in the Reddit sub, then you would
Yeah, I mean, not always with the
get
help
that
of
one
other
too, I
people.
guess.
I mean, of course, you could just think, yeah, cool. Demochevsky is keeping a fish there, very nice. But
Mhm.
does it really serve a purpose?
I mean,
I mean, literally in the story itself, no, it's just more a metaphor, just an idea, really, just an idea of the.
Everyone's just a fish in a tank swimming in circles.
Yeah.
No, it's just an idea for immortality, because it's just an ancient fish that has survived the dinosaurs and whatnot. So
yeah,
yeah,
it's
Oh,
not
yeah,
just
that too.
immortality. It's the it's an
Uh,
unchanging world. Because
yeah,
the
sure.
coelacanth never majorly evolved in millions of years. So that's probably why it's the one which gets a bit of attention in the story.
Mm,
And story-wise, we see it get materialized along with Iko and Domoshevsky.
yeah. At one time, a site that just goes in real detail on the OVA from 2003, and it also talks about the fish and what's the purpose of it in there. But I lost that one, so that's a pity, kinda. But hey, the OVA was not that great, but still great, still better than the movie in my opinion. But hey,
Yeah, same.
It was more like
mean,
artistic
the-
expression, really.
hmm?
The OVA was more like an artistic expression, really.
Yeah, basically,
but
yeah. It was just
it
like
was
it was a test for the movie basically, so it was just but EA or the production team didn't like it because well it
Yeah,
was low budget and didn't really look like
it was
it.
fan service. I mean, no one apart from the Blam community would get it, really.
Yeah, you
that's
wouldn't.
probably the problem.
Yeah, you would only get it if you have the manga, and otherwise it's just like some random animation that you just happen to find on some dark site or something. I mean, by 2007,
Deep web animation.
yeah, web animation. And later on, there was just one made in 2007, and it was with shitty CGI, but it didn't work also because, well, the CGI was not up to par. But the movie isn't also, but hey, it's the best we got. Maybe we get to one day, but I doubt it at this point.
Don't get your hopes up, man. I think we're done.
Yeah,
There's
It's
just
the
no way they can
Emperor's-
do this. They can do this art style justice. There's no way unless they get a super high budget studio. But which high budget studio would produce a story
Mappa.
that's mostly
I mean,
No, Polygon-
understandable the
Just
first
PewDiePie.
first time seeing it.
Just ask fucking PewDiePie to
Yeah,
fund
yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
low-key,
yeah. Just let him do it. He has the money. Why not?
he
But
probably
no, he's
would.
spending it to shitty games and whatnot.
You gonna spend like $40 million on the shitty games?
No,
Yeah, the
he's
games that
keeping
he
the money
made,
to pay for all of
Hell
our rent,
yeah.
of course.
Nice. I mean, the only studio that I see that would actually like make a 12 episode or 24 episode anime of Burame is Mappa, because
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
actually
maybe.
like leave the manga style in the animation as well. That's what we saw with Dorohedoro.
Will they get it
Yeah, but
so grim and dark? And Dorohedoro, it was a bit off, I have to say.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
the
Yeah,
problem
the
is,
CGI didn't really work.
I don't think
And
it
was
was
censored,
CGI.
it had
The
to be.
backgrounds didn't really match it. You know, some of the panels are really psychedelic or a bit. You don't really know what's going on. You have to think what you see, what is there.
We
Derive some kind of
gotta actually think about that. Mappa has a lot of smaller studios built into it, and
Yeah.
they had a CGI studio that was in charge of Dorohedoro.
Mm.
Do you mean the studio that's now going to produce?
No.
Chainsaw
Chainsaw
Man.
Man is the main part of Mappa is doing Chainsaw Man. I mean,
I
it's
mean, they
kind
also
of a
did
big
Attack on
studio,
Titan
so it
and-
has a
yeah,
lot
but
of.
the problem with
Producing so
Mappa is
much.
that they are so big and that they are pretty much disorganized. So it's a bit of a problem. From what I've heard from people working with them, it's a bit chaotic at times to even get some things right and stuff.
We could get back.
Yeah.
Now Kyoto Animation is back. We could get them to make like a chibi style of Plan Burama.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
With
I don't wanna
big
see that.
anime eyes.
I want Ultimo to work on the anime movie. I mean, if you look at Aki and all his other work, it would pretty much work with all the details, the right teams, the right budget. That would be great. But then back in the early 2000s and then in 3D with a good budget, I mean, I would buy 10 versions of that shit, basically. Even if it wasn't perfect, it would be still better than the movie, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we know, Bas. You will buy anything.
I'll only buy the good shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
gonna buy the
Electrofish's
rest of
Escape,
stuff.
right?
Ah,
Yeah.
well,
I mean, buy what
it's
you like,
alright.
to be honest.
Even if you don't like
you'll
it,
also buy everything.
you're
I
doing
do.
better. You're doing better by buying everything related to the work.
Everything to his old stuff and all the stuff that's
Yeah.
actually interesting to get all that. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm the biggest collector on that in my own in the Netherlands, but who gives a shit here? It's just
I'm pretty sure you're the biggest nerd in the community overall.
Yeah, easily.
I mean, outside of Japan, probably,
Yeah.
maybe, who knows? I mean, I saw
Because,
pictures.
yeah.
Of it, but, like, that's even bigger, but hey, that's even easier to get because it's just fucking cheap. So
It's
Yeah.
fucking Japan.
Yeah, and I mean, there were a few promotional stuff that probably didn't even make it on the continent, like the Biomega bike, promotional bike, and a few other figurines.
oh yeah, multiple figurines just were just in Japan, like the 2007 one, 2003 one, and so forth. So yeah,
And it's not even counting the semi-official stuff that gets sold in conventions in Japan. That
Mhm.
shit is wild to get into.
yeah.
Maybe we should go back to
But
manga.
So yeah,
back
how about we get into back on track?
right
Yeah.
now. Well, Demonchevsky is trying to fix something, but explains that he wants to protect her, but doesn't want to tell her anything, and just use the gravitational beam emitter to protect himself. Shibo comes along and wants answers. She's safeguard, but they don't want to attack her because they're in their own stadium. The Demo has the genes and wants to wants to have answers. Shibo is not answering the shit. He's holding on to it, and then Aiko has to be silent about it, and obviously he's not gonna be silent about it, and it's gonna get back to him, and holding Aiko down with some kind of device just to distort him for a while. But how did he get him there? I don't know. Maybe he lured him there for some reason. I don't know how.
I mean, Aiko told Sibo everything basically, and then Sibo was like, "All right, fuck you guys. I'm gonna use my suit's ability and fuck both of you up."
I'm gonna zap you to death.
Yeah,
Give us
they
that
messed
green
with the
thing.
wrong girl. They
Oh,
gave
hell
her
yeah, that makes it
superpowers and then told us to fuck off.
Just
It's
really
their fault.
strange
Fuck off.
thing of
Just fuck off, you
with
creep.
sympathy. You know, with Electrofisher, she was really sympathetic. She was even like giving herself up to rescue them in the last pod. But here she's like, "Oh, you rescued me? Whatever. Fuck off."
Whatever, fuck
Yeah,
off. I'm gonna step
I
on your
mean,
balls and go.
I mean,
I
they
mean,
did
it's
stab
a
on his guy Killy though. Yeah, they came
yeah,
out.
yeah. It's a bit of a different situation because they obey the their orders, but Domashevsky is obviously a bit of a jerk,
Sweetheart.
but not really. Yeah, he's trying to be nice to the ladies, but you know.
But it doesn't really work for him.
Yeah.
For neither of them.
Yeah, we can see. I love his small expressions around the. It shows that as a hardback who would say the two of Iko and Domo show a lot of emotions through this
Yeah.
arc, and it's really good to see.
Yeah, compared to Killy, like Killy's just dead inside.
It's probably because they are
He's
younger.
always dead inside.
They are only like 2,256
And Domachevsky doesn't have to be alone, or didn't have to be alone. He had Aiko.
Yeah.
If you're in self-isolation for thousands of years, of course you're gonna get messed up.
Plus, he got his fish.
Although,
his trusty fish.
yeah, well, what if he's also playing mind chess?
Maybe.
Well, Demo gets Aiko back in order. She runs away. Is giving Aiko shit because why is it in her suit? But it's the only one that was available. That's kind of a bitch relationship they have, but whatever. I mean, it's just literally a floating reaction head for that matter. Then
it shows they are a bit like already reaching the end of the capacity to defend themselves and such, because they just literally get overpowered by a hacker girl with a suit, one of their own suits.
Yeah. Then they go after each other. Then Shibo just deactivates all the doors, these emergency doors, to get out of him. But no, he just whacks him out of the way because he's a fucking safeguard. Can't just do that. Then goes after him. She falls, takes control of her body because he shoots him or something. I don't know. Did she just lose her own ability just to get taken over by Aiko? I guess that's the shot, but that's 4. Anyway. Then they get to wireless. Get to talk why what happened and why they're back in the stadium again. Then Pencil finds them and sends some safeguards to them. I go picking up on that. Then Demo is like, run away, I'm gonna kill them all in one go. Then we get these transformations of the safeguards. Then we get
we see the actual conversion tower for a second.
yeah, where they get Mate is also a pretty good panel, obviously. I mean, practically all his panels are great, obviously. Um, the view has a scheme to connect to the NetSphere via the warehouse. So that's the warehouse where he's being kept alive for mate. Then we get Bell again. Then we try to fight off all of them. Shiba comes in, kills them all because he can transform her own body, obviously. Then she says, "Well, we can help you if you help us." Kitty survives, and we get these two spreads of a builder in the background, just trying to make everything. Or he's shut down. I don't know which is which, but also pretty great. Slug 42 internal features in the mecha structure. A lot of climbing, a lot of them climbing. And now we come to some steam monsters for some reason. They're just spewing steam, and that's all they do. Just
That's the
steam.
bed bugs you have when you sleep.
Ah, yes, the steam bed box. Yeah, that's why my fucking beds are steamy.
Question is, why was Killy climbing out there on the cliff? I mean, is this really the most efficient way?
I don't know. He could just blow a fucking tunnel for himself.
Yeah, exactly. No, I
No,
got to
he
climb
But
this
doesn't
the
have-
wall
shock
real
would
quick.
turn him away, and it would just fall, and then he's fucked. So he can't really.
Actually, no.
right?
He doesn't have his gun, right?
Yeah, he doesn't.
Oh
have
yeah, he
a
doesn't
gun.
have his gun.
Yeah,
so
he lost
can't
it,
do
right?
Anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sibo has it.
So
Yeah.
I know that according to the logs from the next volume, we know that he knows where his gun is at all times. So I think that he doesn't have the map of the area, but he just goes straight through it. He doesn't even care if
He
there's an
knows
efficient
at
way.
which direction it is, and his mind is always telling him where it is, but he doesn't actually know what place it is. It just knows
Yeah.
where to go.
And this
just the
next scene,
coordinates he uses.
the admin contacts him, and I believe they give him coordinates, right? Is it
Yeah,
Yeah.
some screen. It's just some a smiley, literally. Yes, later on he just meets all kinds of weird creatures, lots of walk into the structure. And Wall is literally some robot fish because you see a zoomed in panel with it's literally some kind of DC an AC deep sea fishes or something like that. And then we get a smiley. Who are you? Admin and so the mech structure coordinates. And then he walks on. And about the unofficial mech structure, we have also a note. Where is it?
Wait, are we already done? I mean, are we at the end? Yeah. Then what the fuck? What's that? Then what the fuck?
Not
was the
yet,
last-
not yet. I'm still, well, almost, but still have shit to say. Where is it? Mystery of the unofficial stadium. The distance separating the unofficial stadium and the time required to cross it. By the way, the radius of the Earth is about 6,400 kilometers,
Isn't
kilometers,
30s?
and 800 hours is 33 days and a half. Kiri and Shibo accept this information without saying anything back.
Isn't it
Shibo though
36,000
was in the
kilometers?
6,400.
No, I mean 36,000.
Oh,
Yeah, 36,000 kilometers.
okay. Well, whatever. Where was I? Great. Now I'm lost. Shibuda was on the limited environment of the bioelectric ink. She spent her entire lifetime there studying the metal structure. She wouldn't find anything strange about that. It's strange, isn't it? Because the metal structure is made from the material of dismantled planters. It is impossible for it to be similar to in thickness to the planters. Shibu may have not known entirely about solar system but probably had some knowledge. Even the 33 daytime, Kili and Chibo are organic beings, and I would think they would be unable to bear it, but they don't act like that. So the most important thing is think about like when trying to copy a file. Sometimes the remaining can be an abnormal number. Soon enough, it is half that time. It's the same as that anyway. And did you not care? So why are these usual numbers presented? Something in the macrostructure had caused the system to malfunction, but what was it? Means which is there some kind of time anomaly? Probably. Actually, here's the key to the confusion and strangers, whatever. At first, the administration naturally knew and promoted the expansion of the world by the builders in a controlled manner. But at some point, something went wrong in the system itself. The system's perception of time has become strange. Why? Perhaps the phenomenon was something that not only exceeded the awareness of the administration, but also the scientific recognition of humanity and computers at the time. Anomalies occurred in the physical properties of the expanding megastructure. Scientifically, no unknown situation arose. The distortion of gravity and space-time interfering with time. Since the system clock is originally unlifted, if time is distorted, commands cannot be transmitted and interference becomes impossible. This occurred over a long time of period and was impossible for the administration to recognize the situation. In other words, by the time they noticed the confusion, it was impossible to put to a stop. Is this in fact the main cause of turmoil in the world? Question mark. So yeah, that's the bit about that part.
Yeah, it's a big hypothesis, but the actual cause of the chaos.
Yeah, why it all happened basically, and why all this stuff is happening. What did it happen? But he asks more questions than tries to answer them. Maybe because he wants to let us think about it, just hand it out to himself, or he just doesn't know himself and he asks these questions,
Probably
or both.
a bit of both, as always.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, kitty gets to a wall, throws something to it, gets
Yeah,
recognized by
it's
some
we can see that it's
armory.
some sort of vault or armory that is reserved for safeguard.
Yeah, and then we get these weird creatures that are in the next room just pausing for some reason. We never know what that is about. Maybe it's just some random stuff that just grows in there or
I
controls them.
think
Creature?
it's not a
Last
creature.
page.
I think it's a medical suit or something of a self-putting. I don't know to to
Does it look
tell
like
this.
a cockpit?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a
there's a bit
control
about
panel or a medical facility, or
I mean,
it's something
yeah,
that's supposed to have someone in it. It's not a creature in itself.
yeah. There's a bit about the armor in the notes. Mystery of the unofficial stadium safeguard armor. One of the most mysterious things in the unofficial stadium is that there was safeguard armor. What's even the importance of armor to a safeguard with a basic download body? Well, there for those who cannot upload and download and sell themselves to and from the system again. The data is stored in case of emergency and can be
your mic is
retrieved
dying.
during an emergency.
It's just his internet.
Yep, he's going
Oh,
under the
really?
He's
sea.
gone.
Maybe because I'm on other page.
Maybe.
Yeah, you should close your
He's dead.
what?
Maybe in the future. Maybe you kick him out and he can join again.
Yeah, no,
Hey, what
honestly,
else?
I'm not so sure if we can follow. We're just
I've
reading about.
just, or are you dead?
Ooh.
Well, I'm just done with the notes. Maybe I kick him.
I was actually kind of surprised that Killy found him Safeguard Armory.
Yeah,
The
just
first time I
by
read it, I was like, huh?
Well,
Like
he
low
was
key at the
dead.
first time, I didn't even know it was an armory or like a Safeguard Armory. Just
Yeah,
thought
you-
it was-
Normally, you
you-
just see them always spawning in through a conversion tower. So yeah, it's
yeah,
very surprising.
exactly.
So
Yeah,
there
I
must
it's
be more
guess
people
basically
like
for
just
demo
Killy
to
or
use.
Ico and Domo. There must
Yeah,
have
it's
been
for
more of those
special
people.
safeguards to use, basically.
I mean, that
Provisional
comes back to
safeguards.
the play theory, right? Like, it was a subdivision of safeguards. Or what was it again? I'm not so not
Yeah, more
knowledgeable.
humanoid safeguards.
Mhm.
Maybe more like public safety guards. You know,
Cops.
who knows? Yeah,
Cops. Futuristic cops.
Killy might have been one if we include the.
I mean, he was like an agent, right?
Yeah, if it, of course it's canon because it was a concept, right?
Mhm.
It was concept. Or has it been approved in the notes, Mars?
About the armory?
No, if Killy was actually a cop before. Like
Well, in the
debut.
what's it
The
called?
noise.
The noise, the extra
Yeah. I mean, if
chapter in
it's did
1995.
the
He was
notes
the cop.
confirm if it's canon?
I don't think he was actually just a cop, just like an FBI agent, kind of like
It
what
looked
we
somewhat
call
like a
FBI
detective,
agents.
right?
Yeah.
Someone like a going on his own investigations.
Yeah,
If
so
you think
yeah,
about
the
like a
same
cyberpunk
like, yeah.
sci-fi detective that doesn't have to wear a specific uniform.
I mean, it sounds pretty cool in a noir style. I would read that.
Yeah.
by the way, we lost Josh again.
Yeah, I'm
we know.
trying to get him back.
Do you think
what's
Killy might
it
have been from
about?
there, and then at some point he joined the safeguards, and his identity was uploaded to the Netsphere, and he
Well,
became a special safeguard
I
later?
have my theory, but I don't know. I think I'm gonna wait for an episode. If we do an episode where we talk in length about the origins, the possible origins of Kiri, I
Is it
elaborate
spoiling?
further.
Would it be a spoiler for now for future events? Because
But I mean, it's a bit of a spoiler with the events of the next volume.
yeah, okay, then.
Yeah, and also it takes a lot of time to just even grasp the idea of it.
And we're
you
already.
need a big picture to be able to.
The
there's
smallest
a lot
picture
of
we can give
concepts,
is that yes, Killy was a cop, basically. But like what I would say is that he was like an FBI agent.
But
in the
after
plot
that, we
division.
have no clue basically what happened to him. He just got the gun at some point. He has some memories that he's transforming and gets the gun, and has memories of Sanakon and all the other characters, and that's basically it what we get, and the rest is just theory from there.
I mean, that's what
Were there real
provisional
Sanakon,
safeguards
were there
are.
other professional safeguards?
Others.
Yeah.
I mean, Killy was a provisional safeguard, which is basically the FBI of safeguards. They're like the special agents.
But
they weren't the same as they are now.
But that's a provision. Isn't real provisional more like extended from another branch, and they are now like a subdivision?
The provisional are made when the normal safeguards cannot. The normal safeguard network cannot be reached, so they use default figures from the BIOS or the megastructure itself rather than the netsphere or stuff to summon people.
Okay.
Yeah, but Someone said Kiri had a powerful gun in the manga, but it's a bit different, you know. There's a difference between a gun which can delete matter and stuff, and just a powerful gun overall.
Pretty sure it's just like a Magnum.
Yeah, something like it.
A really powerful Magnum in the future, or well, not so
It's a gun.
distant future.
It's a gun for Men in Black.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it was probably before a lot of weapon. How do you say it? Power escalation in the different weapons and such. Because Nia says in the notes that the pilot story happens just as the upload of one's consciousness to the net sphere becomes a possibility, and to extend oneself beyond just a single person. So it's really the start of the start, even though the structure, or rather the city itself, already exists a bit. It's not the mega structure nor the mega city we know in Blame as a manga itself.
Could be, yeah.
But I think we'll talk about it a lot more in the If We Do Noise episode.
Yeah.
But yeah. Josh,
I think he was asking you, Josh.
What's up?
Just want to hear your opinion, I guess.
Yeah. What's your opinion?
yeah, well,
on,
we know
volume?
more, yeah.
I just came back. Opinion on what?
The
Yeah,
volume.
just tell how was this volume compared to others?
It was really actiony. I mean, I guess it's the usual. I like the introduction of the new characters. I don't know a lot about them. A lot of it's left really.
Yeah, what do you
vague. I mean,
think about
the
the
thing
whole?
is
That's what we should
Being
ask
what
them
you
more.
read, the whole volume, just the whole thing.
like, were you asking me if I think it was good or was bad, or like what specifically I liked about it?
Yeah, some of the
how
characters
is it
get
reading
more
the first
later on.
time?
But
Is it confusing? I don't know.
some of the
Well,
characters
it's
leave
definitely confusing. I don't know. I feel like I'm just bad at reading this.
bad, good,
I
bullshit.
You gotta
read
reread it a
through.
couple times.
It's specifically through like the fights when I get lost because there's no dialogue and a lot happens, and I'll just like make some assumptions when I get to the next like panel. Like, I think this is what happened.
Yeah,
Kind
that's
of like
true.
earlier when like the
Ye-
Toei Heaven Industries was like blowing up, like going everywhere. I didn't really. I just like oh well, guess everything teleported, and I just kind of moved on with it. But it wasn't that simple, I guess. I didn't get a chance to look through all the notes. The notes are more extensive than I thought they were.
Yeah, it depends
Also
on the
what-
subject.
Yeah, some are more questions than answers, but that's probably just part of the whole thing. But in interviews, he said that he didn't want to ask questions and just do what came up in his mind and just try to explain it, but didn't do a really good job at it because it was his first work. And playing around with cars, he just made something that's, well, you read the whole thing, that's really easy and really easy to follow, but in my opinion, a bit too easy and a bit too generic and a bit too repeating. But hey, it is him trying to get into the kind of stuff. And in the Posthumous, he got a better balance, but that's been cancelled right now. Well, kind of cancelled, who knows? But
there's also a bunch of like I think symbolic stuff that I don't know what it means. I don't know if we
like the Goliath
much or not. Like, what was the point of that? Like all the cloning. Like, did it mean something? Well, there was the fish. Like I guess like the fish means something.
It
The
was
cloning
your
probably
slice
meant
of life
something.
in the Blam world.
Slice of life in the Blam world.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know. I would think
literally-
they'd assign a little more meaning to it than that.
No, it's
The
just
cloning
showing.
was
what's
It
going
was
on in the
probably
world.
there to show a bit of morality dilemma between the two main
the character?
characters.
Yeah, and Kiri. I feel that way about that. Yeah.
Kind of like human lives mean nothing in the grand scale. And
Yeah,
past life repeating all
and
over
just
again.
some machine that just ram and that just does whatever, and just like the city itself just keeps repeating over and over and over for no
Yeah.
purpose. It's just
Well,
Machine that's producing
left.
the
Kiri,
sacred thing of humanity.
Kiri didn't kill all the clones though, did he? He just blew up the chamber.
The main
Yeah.
body, yeah. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
clones are
Why-
still living on, and just
So
He didn't want to kill innocents, but I mean,
he
if
wants to
I
end the
see
suffering.
look it right, the one in the tube, the girl also looked very, I don't know, like end of the world. I mean, if I've seen it right, if your mind is not occupied for 72 hours, you go gaga goo goo. So basically,
Great.
now imagine you're in there for an unlimited amount of time, just chilling there, doing nothing. Your mind is gone. Yeah, there's nothing left in you. No personality,
Yeah.
nothing.
So he just killed out of pity. That's
Yeah. And the other ones, why would he kill them? He just will let them live, and they will probably die in the next weeks or whatever. Because there's no new
Kind of
supplies of
fucked,
babies.
but
also, I remember I had a question. Why
Yeah.
did that thing break the agreement with the other thing?
the
So they can basically, like in the last episode, so they can transport OF Industries to a new world to explore, because it has this old programming in its head that it is a seed ship and it needs to explore new worlds to get the people that are sleeping into into OF Industries to colonize new worlds. But the problem is they don't know the scale of the megastructure, so they don't know if they're just directly teleporting into it, and it's already too late because they're already built into it, so
I mean,
it won't work.
from the
But
next one,
that
we
agreement,
could
like, let the safeguards in, and then the safeguard goal was to kill the big thing that made the agreement with them.
Yeah.
That was just
Big
weird.
AI.
Like,
Yeah, because
they don't have
the agreement
thermal gene.
the
Not part of
agreement
the
was that the safeguards couldn't do anything about Toivi's industry as long as it remained neutral towards the city itself, or
so I
something
guess it
like
was literally
that. To that
risking.
extent.
It was literally risking to die in order to get out of there.
Yeah, but
Basically-
it's even more. It's pretty stupid and all. The central AI is just fucking stupid at this point. It doesn't understand the underlying consequences of its action because it's bugged. It's bugged about anything it could reason with. It doesn't understand that it cannot colonize planets anymore. It cannot really go out of the city, and if it tries to go out of the city, it will launch an all-out war, which will probably destroy the industry itself. So the central AI is just bugged. So the safeguards probably try to eliminate her in priority because they themselves fear it will have a negative consequence on the megastructure itself to have industries teleport around and destroy stuff.
All right.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the last segment of the show.
Just
So
again
much.
regarding the forwarding. I mean, from last room, it's not really spoiler. We can assume that they forwarded somewhere in the vicinity of Jupiter. That's the kind of distance they went to other place.
Yeah, they were just teleported to another place in the megastructure, far from the actual OF Industries, I guess.
Yeah, I mean somewhere near Jupiter. If we assume that Killy and Cebu have been forwarded to the same place, I mean, of course, the same environment.
Yeah, a bit. We can assume that the explosion when Kitty gets
Yeah, it was from Tora.
transported.
That's what I think
yeah.
too. That's what I think
Yeah,
too.
yeah. It was probably one of the other level getting transported and immediately exploding
But
upon
we will not say why no,
arrival.
it's Jupiter. That's for the next volume. No,
Yeah,
the sixth
Yeah.
sixth one even.
Oh well. To the next segment, movie recommendations. So my idea was just to talk about some sci-fi movies that has a really blame vibe or some kind of ideas, and just
Angel's Egg.
Angel's Egg.
yeah, but it will be for the next episode probably.
I mean, Angel's Egg has weird flying fish too.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
it's
yeah,
probably
sure.
from the
I mean,
same.
that's all
So it's
whole.
also kind of on crack.
Oof, I haven't
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
it yet.
I mean, Angel's Egg is literally just a mix with the creator, his ideas on religion and non-religion, because he was at the time some kind of twilight with it,
was on
because he
crack.
couldn't decide which was which.
Seems
And
to
the
be usual
part
for this
with
kind of artists.
artistic, oh yes, I mean the
Artists.
creator from who did the panels from Vampire Hunter D was also on it, and parts was also part of his dreams. So it's a whole mishmash of stuff, and he was not really happy with the result that it got. But hey, it got a cult following, and it's great shit. If you like it's the kind of stuff, but it's not
It's
for the
really
average
dystopian.
viewer. Basically, it's also a whole explanation, but you can't get anywhere. Like last sci movie I watched was like yesterday. It was Death Powder. It was like from 1986 was that.
Sounds like a drug movie.
Yeah, it was a really fucking weird movie. It was always these movies are starting with a plot and then it just starts into visual, which is basically the plot is like two people are trying to get to some guy that has some powder on him or some kind of powder, and they're trying to get into his house, cross some guy with a shotgun just to wear them off. It fails. Then the guy that's we just stuck to some bed cuffing some guy, and another guy just changes his literally skin and flesh, and it all becomes pretty damn fucking weird. It just transforms into something entirely else, something else, and it's just flesh that transforms and transforms into something else, like it's feeding off itself, and it's just I don't know. You need to watch it to see it. It was pretty damn weird. It was just this short time wherein Japanese cyberpunk was made, which is like the weirdest cyberpunk you're ever gonna see. I'm pretty damn sure. Or like the Tetsuo the Iron Man, for instance, that has more plot to
Oh
it.
no,
What do you mean? Oh no!
it's so cursed.
What do you mean it's so cursed? It was great. I mean, it was fucked, but it was great. I mean, that was a great matter too. What was so cursed about it then? What are your opinions on it?
I mean, it was really fun to watch. But my god, some of the characters in this look so cursed. Like, did someone have like a fucked up dream or something? Like, is that your sleep paralysis demon or?
I mean, there's literally they just did molten metal over their bodies just to make the suits more realistic and all this crap onto it. Because for the director, this movie was literally do or die, or he would make it in the industry, or he would just die. So he just had to make it as perfect for himself and as best for himself as he could do it. So he just put everything into it, and we just get this transformation from just a normal salaryman into this metal monster that just transforms his own body into whatever. And it's just kind of an idea of how society just transforms us from just working every day and just going through all these machines and buildings and whatnot, some kind of fever dream of society itself. But
We live
that's
in
the
a
underlying
society.
point of it. Hmm?
We truly live in a society.
Yes, we truly live in a fucking society. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah, those movie recommendations. Do they fit in here? I mean, then just scrap them down.
I mean, it was just an idea. I mean, fuck, if you have an other movies or whatnot that you can recommend for people, be my guest.
I do
Vampire
not watch as
Hunter
much
D.
as you do.
Also a good movie, yes.
But the 2000
Psychopaths.
version, right? The 2000 version.
Yeah.
Psychopath is so edgy.
Yeah, and it gets only more
It's-
edgy and edgy later on
Yeah.
than just gore and nothing else, basically.
It is so stupid. Whatever.
I mean, Guns.
Gun?
Let's not
3D
even talk
movie.
about Gutsman.
Oh, that.
Oh, you mean
Like,
the
bro,
movie
when I
360?
saw that, yeah, when I saw that, I was like, what was the budget? Because like that was some amazing 3D modeling work, and the animation was fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's
So I was
not a
like,
normal CG you see. It's a, I would say Disney would produce. They don't produce something, but I mean very high budget.
I mean, they only had a $45 million budget,
Mm.
Yeah.
so they clearly
Yeah,
knew what they were doing.
Is that not a
there
lot?
was a time where Japanese CGI was really the peak of the industry before they decided to make animation out of CGI. When they had
Problem
Then
is-
went downhill. Or it was
The
just
problem
Yeah.
is the reason why you why you use CGI. If it's for artistic expression, then it's good. But if you use it to cut corners, then it's not good. Never.
yeah, that's the
yeah, and
problem.
they're also just beginning with it because they've been so long with 2D animation, so they don't really know how to work it probably in. So there's just not a lot of examples that just work. Like Land of the Lost
But
work for
there's
like
one shining
Lupin
example.
the
I mean,
Third.
X-Arm definitely is the peak of everything. I hope all
Yeah.
of you have seen X-Arm.
Oh,
Yeah.
extra. Yeah, I saw the first episode on that.
This is an artistic
That was
expression.
shit.
I saw
That
the
was
first
literally-
episode. I was like, fucking excuse me,
What the fuck is this
what
shit?
the fuck is this propaganda shit?
It was literally
declaring
just a
war on all
studio that-
sci-fis. Oh, it's so good. Oh.
And there was
I
a
mean,
fan
it was-
animation in 2D that was like 10 times better.
The thing is, they have this one episode where they have a flashback and they actually animated it in 2D for some reason, and it looked better. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The problem with it was they just hired a studio that had no experience with
Anime.
with anime
It was live
whatsoever.
action.
Yeah,
Thing
live
is,
action
it's not even
studio.
the director's problem. He's I've seen something about it.
No.
He's one who's good with fight choreography, but he's
Yeah.
never done anime before, so it's not his fault. He just got hired for the job.
Now, the thing is, they only had a director that was in the live action industry, but the studio itself was just a 3D modeling studio. They weren't an animation studio, I think.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that's true. They just make models for like games and whatnot, and that's
I
basically
want
what they
them
did.
to adapt Blam. Easy.
No,
Hell
fuck
yeah.
off. I don't
mean,
want
at least they would have all the smoke on point.
No. No. Fucking Berserk 2016-17 is even better than that crap, so thanks. Thanks,
I wouldn't
no.
be so sure. Do you know how bad?
Yeah, I
Berserk,
know bad it is. I watched the fucking thing. Both of them.
Yeah, but it looks like a fucking Lego game.
Hey, don't shit on Lego games, bro. Come on.
Yeah, that's a problem. I mean, like Lego games, from the DS era.
Or
The fucking scene where there's the fucking berserker armor and Guts
Oh,
gets
that.
his arm cannon out of the armor. It looks like a fucking Lego stud. I'm not kidding you. It's horrendous.
or the opposite of Lego. What's his name again?
Playmobil.
No, not Playmobil. The other stuff that's just look more.
Okay,
rugged.
bye, Josh.
Oh.
Wait, he didn't even say goodbye.
The fuck?
Lol.
Fuck you,
I
Josh.
mean, look in the chat. He said.
Yeah, he said
Oh, well.
goodbye. We'll say goodbye next
I
time.
gotta get started some homework, gentlemen. Till next
Yeah.
time. Go fuck you, Joss.
I mean, we did get the 2 hours full.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
we got
2
the
hours.
2 hours full. That's true. Well,
I mean,
maybe.
afterwards, now and after this volume, we get to the probably the favorite part of Inseinen and Mars, because their
Yeah.
waifus will get even waifuer.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
And
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
hotter.
I was
And
gonna
so it
say
becomes
that
more
it's
thicker.
the part it's the part where where everything comes together and you can start having big theories about the world and such. But
Yeah, there's
yeah,
angels saying,
waifus
haha.
walk too. Yeah, Kitty makes a big omelette.
Fuck.
Oh
Oh
god.
god.
No.
Oh god.
Yeah, he makes. Oh, Christ.
All right, gonna wrap it
And
up.
we just lost.
We lose everybody. Don't leave me
Yeah.
first.
Well, I think we can end it on this
Oh, well.
note. Kitty is gonna make a big world omelette.
Yeah,
Something
big
happened.
walled omelet. Well, let me end the stream. Well, everybody, that was the stream with your host Mars. I hope you enjoyed it to some extent. I'm not as good as that grandpa, but whatever. And
Grandpa.
yeah, hell Satan, and goodbye. To next
I
week.
feel
Stay
sorry
tall
Yeah,
for
next
next time
time
we
is
have.
yeah, next time we're gonna
someone
go through
just
volume 5.
someone just joined the chat and saying hi everyone. I feel sorry.
Hi.
Hi,
Yeah,
everyone.
that's the
Hi.
ending. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, fuck you.
So
Oh,
yeah,
come
next
on.
How
time
do
it
I
will be.
turn-
Oh, wait,
hi.
maybe we should say which logs we're going over next week.
Yeah.
45
It's,
2 or what
Oh
was it
yeah,
again?
lock.
And
What's it?
30
Can somebody look that into that?
No.
It gets
Uh,
45 to 65.
Yeah.
Isn't 43?
Yes.
I mean, the description
Yeah.
says 42. This one where this one ends, right? 42.
I'm just as
Well, yeah.
yeah.
From 42 to 40. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm ending it now.